Common mullein is a biennial forb that is native to Mediterranean countries and Eurasia, like many of the weeds we have here in the U.S. This plant was first introduced into the United States in the mid-1700s by colonies in Virginia and was used as a pesticide, a chemical substance that is poisonous to fish. However, the Native American folks quickly learned how to use common mullein for its healing properties, as well as lining in their shoes for padding and warmth, and as a natural toilet paper. The plant can grow very tall, sometimes over 6 feet. Mullein has very soft hairs and grows very well in disturbed sites and alkaline soils. As you can see here, this area is covered in mullein. This was a disturbed site. They had a burn pile here that they burnt, and this is a perfect location where mullein will come up. As you can see behind me, it wasn't as disturbed and we don't have any mullein growing. We do have other weeds, but mullein really likes disturbed soil. In its second year of growth, it will produce a tall, rigid stalk with leaves that are covered in woolly hairs. The plant has a taproot that is surrounded in a circular pattern of fibrous secondary roots. The seeds produced by each plant are in the many of thousands and can remain viable in the soil for years and years. The seeds are very tiny and are scattered by the blowing wind, humans, and animals, and are considered very poisonous. Grazing animals do not eat common mullein because of the many hairs that cover the stalks and leaves that irritate the mucous membranes. Although this plant is considered a weed in many locations because of its ability to quickly take over, it does have some beneficial uses, such as tea to help suppress coughs, aid in curing diarrhea, and when dried and smoked, works as a stimulant for the lungs. This plant is also touted as an aid for hemorrhoids, as well as migraine headaches and arthritis. Ridding your property of this plant will take some diligence. You can hand pull it, shovel it, and spray it with specific herbicides, and probably most importantly, choke it out with desired vegetation. If you disturb the ground, chances are mullein will pop up. The most important thing about invasive weeds is to educate yourself, to protect the landscape for wildlife and future generations. If you think you have invasive weeds, contact your local weed district, extension office, or Department of Agriculture.